What is up, guys? It's Owen here from The Professional Builder. I wanted to shoot this video because I've had a couple of questions recently around how do I calculate my margin and how is it different to my markup? And I wanted to run you through a couple of things. So a lot of people think that they get scared or they run away from learning this math because maybe they've taught themselves or they have the poor belief that they're bad at maths, and it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say, oh, I don't know my numbers because I'm bad at maths, it's like, yeah, of course you're going to be bad at maths if you say that. And also, what kind of volume have you done to get good at maths? Like, nobody's going to be good at maths if they have only spent, half an hour or an hour or even like 10 hours just looking at their numbers and trying to learn it. You got to put work in and, probably rack up 100 hours plus 1,000 hours plus of looking at your numbers to probably be good at maths. So I want to challenge you if you think that you're bad at maths, that you're really not. You just haven't put the work in yet. And as part of your journey to be a great professional builder, this is a skill that you're going to have to learn. So get on board and learn it faster and sooner rather than later. But as you can see, I've drawn a little diagram. I'm going to actually redraw it out so it's nice and clear for everybody, and I'm going to walk you through it. So there's it's a really simple equation to work out your margin, okay? And I'm going to do it with you now. So let's say you're looking at these numbers either from a profit and loss statement of the last 12 months or even for just an individual job, okay? At the top of any sort of report, we're going to see a number, and let's say for argument's sake, that is $1 million. So either it was $1 million job or you had $1 million in turnover, okay? So we're looking at that number as $1 million. Now this is called your total sales, right? And in other words, this is called the cost to the client, all right? So this is the cost to the client. Now the cost to the client is the total amount that you have collected from them, all right? Your cost to do the job, or what is your COGS, your cost of goods sold, which is typically your labor, your materials, and your subs, all right? This is the cost to you of doing the work. So the cost to you of doing the work, that might be, for argument's sake, $800K, okay? So when you price the job up, you price it up to $1 million, but really it's going to take you, it's going to cost you $800K to do the work. Now the difference between these two is what we call your gross profit. Okay, so the difference is your gross profit, and in this case, super simple math, it's $200K. All right. Now what we do to work out your gross profit as a percentage, we're going to take this number here and divide it by this number here. All right, so your gross profit percentage equals your gross profit divided by your cost to client, all right, which in this case equals 200K divided by 1 mil. Now if you get your calculator out and you calculate that, literally do it with me now. Get your phone out, get your calculator out and put $200,000 in here, because if you do this with me now, you'll probably remember it for next time. And this is some back of napkin math that you can do just to sort of calculate your GP percentage on jobs, on a bunch of different things. So 200K, and you divide that by $1 million, right? And we're gonna get 0.2. If you then times that by 100, all right, it's going to come out to times by 100 equals 20. And that means we have a 20% margin. Now, this is our margin, okay? We've just calculated our margin. A lot of people often mistake margin with markup, okay? Now, your markup is same, but completely different. And the way that we calculate markup is we do the same thing, all right? Come on, let's get back over here. We take our gross profit, all right? So gross profit, and we divide it by the cost to you, which in this case equals 200K divided by 800K. And that equals 0.25 times by 100 equals 25%. So you could be sitting around thinking that you're crushing it. You're bringing in 25%, right? But it's actually 25% markup, and in reality, it's only a 20% margin. So that gets kind of scary if you think you're achieving like, oh, I'm doing really well, I get like an 18%, but it's actually an 18% markup, not an 18% margin. That margin is always going to be lower than the markup value, okay? So some really simple math. All you need to know is you need to remember this formula here. We need to remember that gross profit percentage equals your gross profit figure, all right, this one here, divided by the top figure, the total sales. Your markup is the bottom figure here, divided by the cost to you, all right? And we want to know the top one. So hopefully that's a little bit clearer. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Please, guys, leave your comments in below. Give me a like if this was helpful. And if it wasn't, then let me know as well, and I can dive a little bit deeper or explain it in another way. Okay, but this is the simple back of napkin math that you should be applying to your projects on a job-by-job basis, and also to your P&L on a quarterly, monthly, and annual basis to identify how your gross margin is tracking, because the name of the game, the most important number in your business is your gross profit margin, okay? And we should be aiming for a 20 to 25% gross profit margin on your projects. To work things out, we want to know your cost to the client, the cost to you, your gross profit, okay, and then calculate it as a percentage as your gross profit margin. Any questions, let me know. If this was helpful, let me know as well. If it wasn't, please let me know so that I can do better next time. Hope you guys are good, and take care.